Live. Hey, folks, it is Sunday, June 11th. I want to say 11th. The time is 8:01 p.m. And I'm here at my home in Midtown Toronto. And if you hear anything different, as in the sound of Alexa, shut up. She's just reminding me that my tea is ready, but I already made my tea. If you hear anything different, that's because I have some big news to share with you guys in a moment. But I see some people in the chat already. Lisa Palmer is here. Fifi Condi, the happy-go-lucky one, Wesley Torres, Jeanette Morales, Sheena Roberts, Mr. Hippo, Vivian is here. I saw Marie Palmer and Brad Palmer, Michael Nguyen, and a lot of other folks as well. Action VJ is here. Well, big news for me, maybe not big news for you. George is here. Patrick is here. I still need to get back to that email, Patrick. Sorry about that. Stephen Collins. So I am not going to be super energetic tonight. I had kind of a big night last night. I went to a 90s dance party, which is cool because that is kind of like right up my alley, right? I went through high school in the 90s. That was like my time. So it was cool to hang out and wake up a little hungover. So that's my story today. So I'm cutting myself off from adult fun. We're not having any edibles or alcohol tonight. Instead, I've made myself a tea. So cheers, everyone. Enjoy whatever it is that you're drinking out there. And hopefully I won't spill anything on myself. So if you're new to the channel or if you're new to this is really just kind of an informal, low-key hangout stream. I'll pull up the web browser and we'll just go through a bunch of stuff together later. Maybe some quizzes, maybe city guesser. I don't know. I don't really have an agenda for tonight, but feel free to chat amongst yourselves. Feel free to ask me pretty much anything and everything. Nothing. If it's a dumb question or if I don't want to answer it, I just won't answer it. Anything too personal, I probably won't answer, but most things are fair game. Brad Palmer says, cheers. Bill Chow says, nice thumbnail. Look like the Jetsons cartoon. That's actually what I was searching for. I typed Jetsons type future city, and that picture came up. So that's what I put in the thumbnail. Nita's cooking show is here. Maybe, Jeanette. Maybe. I'm not going to say where I was, the venue, but that might have been happening. But yeah, I woke up this morning. I did get a video done today, so I'm in good shape. We've got a good video planned for tomorrow morning, and then I've got 2 more I still need to edit. So I'm in good shape video-wise. I might take tomorrow off because I don't know if you can hear it, but I've got my balcony door open for the first time in a very long time. Yesterday, I heard the sound of a guy walking around on my balcony, and he had like I don't know, some kind of power tool, and he unlocked my balcony. So my balcony repairs are done. I have access to my balcony. I've already taken 2 bikes out there and a scooter. So I'm looking forward to getting my front hallway back. I'm going to be putting my shoe rack back in. And it's just nice to have fresh air. I have not had fresh air in this apartment for a very long time. So it kind of had a bit of a stale smell to it, if that makes any sense. I'm going to get my air conditioning unit cleaned out thoroughly this week as well. So things aren't always coming up Millhouse, but this week they seem to be. Lisa says freeing up space for practicing your dance moves, obviously. Maybe. But I am going to embark on a little project of getting all new like balcony furniture. So I'm going to try to get some chairs, maybe a couple of like love seats and a table. Just make it more comfortable, better to like hang out there and that type of thing. So that's something I'm going to do. Once I'm all done that, I guess I'll reveal it to you guys. I also want to get like a divider to kind of wall off my bikes and shit because I don't really want to see that stuff when I'm hanging out on the balcony. It's just I've got such a big balcony, I've got room for it. Maybe we'll even get a barbecue again. Jeanette says, visit IKEA. I already have some, I have a friend who's an interior designer, and I sent them some pictures with measurements, and they got back to me with some IKEA suggestions. So once I've got that all done, I will reveal it. Lisa says, how big is this balcony? It's pretty big. It's 180 centimeters depth. So it's like the height of me. No, am I 180? I don't know. It's almost 6 feet in depth, and width-wise, it's maybe 16 feet. I don't know. It's pretty big. It's pretty big. Devin says, build yourself a nice teak bicycle shed for the balcony. No, but it's nice. I've got, like, I'm no longer looking at 2 bikes right now. And the e-bike in my front hallway is charging. So once that is charged up, I'm going to throw that onto the balcony. Yeah, it's an older building. You get big, like, I have as much square feet as like a 1-bedroom condo these days that they sell, and I'm just in a bachelor, so it's kind of nuts. Matt says, thanks for highlighting my old YouTube video that had 56K views. Unfortunately, Metro TV channel is a pre-Google legacy YouTube channel, so you cannot access it to revitalize it. Ooh, sorry to hear, but hey, that's still good, 56K views. So I needed some going out shoes. I wanted like some clean white sneakers. I was looking at like Adidas Stan Smiths. There's a pair of Pumas I liked that got shot down. There's some New Balance, but I ended up getting something that Mr. Continuum would be proud. Ta-da! I am now rocking they're not like the classic Chucks. They're a lot more like reinforced. I've never seen All-Stars with this much padding. Like normally they're like super, super thin, but yeah, I wore these out last night and they're going to be my new like casual shoes that I'm going to be wearing. They're not going to be used in videos or anything. They're also going to get filthy in a hurry if I overwear them because, you know, they're white. Chris Mills says Comfort Chucks 1. Is that the name of them? Well, I think they're cool. I like them. They survived a night at a very busy place where I may have ended up drinking too much. George says get some Skechers. Anywho. So, oh yeah, I did something stupid last night. I turned off mobile data on my phone, and I ended up telling everyone I was with, guys, I think freedom's down. I don't have data. You're going to have to, like, text me the old-fashioned way if we lose connection or if we break up. But turns out I just turned mobile data off on my phone. I literally flipped that switch there and turned it off. And being the genius that I am, I didn't notice that. So I was like, oops. So I have been without data on my phone for a day, but we're back. That happened to you a day ago. Yeah, I wonder how many people have had like their nights ruined because they accidentally like turned off their mobile data. Bash Brannigan says, did you buy only one shoe from Nordstrom? No, I did not. Uh-oh, you know what? Oh, I didn't close it. Okay, so tomorrow is kind of an important day in the world of Reddit. A lot of your favorite subreddits are not going to be working tomorrow, and some might not ever work again. Chris the Pepsi driver says, here's Johnny. Hey, Chris. So if you use Reddit, you know I use Reddit. I get most of my Toronto news from Reddit. There is going to be no Toronto subreddit tomorrow or the next day, and I think that applies to AskTO as well, and that applies to most of the subreddits. It's kind of like a mass protest because Reddit is basically sabotaging their own platform. And they're basically killing all the third-party apps. So if you're on iPhone, you use Apollo. There's also like Reddit is fun. There's one called Narwhal. There's a whole bunch of third-party apps on iPhone and Android that are superior to Reddit's own mobile app, as well as their mobile website, which is dog shit. I use their desktop website when I'm on mobile, but they're killing it. So yeah, if you go to, I was looking at this already. Here, subreddit blackout, June 12th to 14th. Don't let Reddit kill third-party apps. So basically they're charging money to access the API, but they're charging such an obscene amount that it's killing all the third parties from being able to access it. It's also going to kill a lot of like the auto moderating that goes on subs. If you watch sports, like all the game threads and stuff, a lot of information gets pulled in that will not work. So pardon my French, but fuck you, Reddit. I think it's time we find an alternative. Matt says someone should be Johnny's Ed McMahon, sit in the corner of his apartment and agree with everything he says. Say it, ha ha ha. Yes, maybe, but not this low key Johnny. I am definitely out of it today, but I made kind of an interesting video. I think it'll be pretty good. Speaking of which, does anyone have any YouTube channels or any YouTube we could update? Brad Palmer, I saw something drop on your channel. I think I got a notification on it. You are just having a blast. You are going off-roading.
Hey everyone, today is Sunday, June the 11th, and it's 1:30 p.m. and I'm going to take you for a little four-wheeler ride through the bush here. So everybody just hold on to their seat.
Well, Brad, this is the first time seeing this. Excellent. Getting cinematography down. So I don't want to play your whole video because I want people to watch it on your channel, but good job, Brad. He's at 211 subscribers. That's very, very impressive. So head over to his channel, give him a sub and check that out. Good job, Brad. Keep it up. Anyone else got anything else going on their channels before we move on? Drunken cat drinking water. How do you know the cat was drunk? Cat looks drunk. Mr. Hippo says Alex gets around. Tio told me he's going to post a race with his friends. How do you know Alex gets around Tio, Mr. Hippo? Novell Costa says that's not the correct way to drink. I think I saw this, right? You and, was it Sapand and Yahya were having a race on two different buses? Chris the Pepsi driver says, I do video games, live streams on YouTube and not evil Twitch. Hey, you're at 427 subscribers. Congrats, Chris the Pepsi driver. Fortnite new season. Look at me, Cuisine Royal solo. So we can see your lives.
Yeah.
Well, if you're into Fortnite,
okay.
Go check out Chris the Pepsi driver. Give him a sub. Hang out with him. Chris says thanks. You're welcome.
How are you shooting at me already?
Todd Palmer says that's not his cat. Mr. Hippo is a very close friend and accomplice of Alex Gets Around Tio. When did I last see Alex? I saw Alex, I want to say the St. Patrick's Day parade when I was streaming with Ken, and we met up with Alex and Sapand, and we went into the ROM afterwards. So I found a few quizzes we could do together. Somebody, Young Jedi has an Edgewalk video. All right, Young Jedi. Maybe we could see if we can find that. Young Jedi Edgewalk. I think Young Jedi might pull up a whole lot. There we go. 7 subscribers. Let's get
thank you.
Young Jedi some love.
All right, look how cool this is, everybody. We're in a cloud. Oh, look, a nice group over there. Hi, guys. Should I look down, Josh?
Yeah, go for it.
Holy shit.
Wow, that's a long way down, guys. Go check it out. Come on out here. Good job. Niking, do you see that camera over there?
Yeah.
Stand right beside it, okay? Good job.
Well, Young Jedi, I don't want to play your whole video. I want people to watch it on your channel, but I'll subscribe to you with my fake account and perhaps my real one as well. Looks like you've got a Niagara Falls zipline. Oh, you've got a bit of an adventurous streak. Niagara Falls zipline, Edgewalk, Scotland the Brave, first section on the charter. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to who? Happy birthday to you?
Happy birthday.
All right. Anyways, check out Young Jedi's channel.
All right, thank you.
Sirium says if we all chipped in $1, Johnny could buy a condo at Aura for straight cash and open the Johnny Strides LLC corporate offices. If you all chipped in $1, oh, I could buy maybe a condo in like the shops or a mall. I couldn't buy a condo like to live in up there. Chris, the Pepsi driver, get yourself a couple of 1 liter Pepsi Zeros on me at Dollarama. Of course, you know. I do actually have a 12-pack of Pepsi Zero in the fridge right now. It's been there for a while. I haven't been drinking a whole lot of it, but I've still got about half of it in there. Well, Chris, the Pepsi driver, thank you so much for the $13.99 and the first super chat of the night. Thank you. Naughty says, you'll buy me a house if I want, but I have
Get
to keep
yourself
a
a
spare
couple
room
of
for
1
you.
liter Pepsi Zeros on me. At Dollarama, of course. United States dollar, money bag, eyes, cup.
United States dollar, money bag, eyes, cup. Well, thank you, Naughty Brown. The only problem is I don't do roommates, so maybe just buy yourself a house if you have the money lying around. I think my days of roommates are long, long gone. I mean, I couldn't even live with like a sex doll. I'd probably end up murdering it, and it's not even doing anything, right? Like, I can't have a roommate. I just can't live with people. It doesn't work. Unless it's like the significant other for life, I'm not living with other people. We'll be at each other's throats. Noni says, what's your favorite thing to do on a rainy day besides streaming? Nothing? Nothing, I guess. Lisa says, wow, that's a sentence. Marge says, 2M. There was not too much information. I was just trying to say, like, I couldn't get along with, like, not a real person, let alone a real person. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'll just shut the hell up. Have you tried using an Insta360 yet? Nope. Someone just sent me a message saying, what the hell are you saying sex doll on your channel for? I don't know. I don't know. It was just the word that came to mind. You live with Alexa and she's still alive. I do live with Alexa. Remember when they actually tried to put Bash Brannigan? I don't. I'm going to have to look that up. That's kind of an interesting Toronto oddity. Maybe have you fantasized about killing? I don't know. Let's change the topic, folks. We're not going to talk about that. I know this channel isn't G-rated or PG-rated, but that's definitely not an appropriate topic to ever expand upon more than what I did. So we're going to take a quick look through the Toronto subreddit, see what's going on. Somebody told me, well, I told somebody, they said, you're one of the fastest typers I've ever seen. And I said, I can type 100 words per minute or more than that. So I'm going to put myself to the test on the stream. I'm going to do a 1-minute typing test. I already clicked it just to see what it works. But if you do this, oil and water, it's different every time. Death Valley, when spring. So it's not like I was practicing or anything. I literally just wanted to make sure that like the test worked. So here's the goal. I'm going to say I need more than 100 words and more than 96% accuracy. So let's put a poll up. All right, I have put up the poll for you guys. Will I get more than 100 words per minute and 96% accuracy? Here's the thing. I did like an IQ test on here once, and I was kind of high, and I was kind of nervous, and I screwed up. I know for a fact I can type over 100 words per minute. Can I do it on a live stream with people watching with like all the pressure on me? I don't know. Am I going to screw up? I don't know. 50% of you voted yes, 25% of you voted no, and 23% of you need to get your head out of the gutter. Why are you picking that third option? Why are you picking that third option? Maybe that's the word of the night. Harjot recorded a video in his backyard yesterday. So there's what we got going on tonight. We've got a free typing test. And holy shit, we're at over 160 viewers. Thank you for tuning in, guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell. Also, check out Chris the Pepsi Driver, Young Jedi, Alex Gets Around TO, and Brad Palmer's channels as well. let's see what's going on in Toronto before we do this typing test. Let's let a few more votes roll in. Claudia says, I think you can do it, but probably not tonight. I am so out of it tonight. I don't know if you can hear my voice is like really out of it as well. I'm just super duper not with it, but I didn't want to call the stream off because I called the stream off like a few weeks ago, right? This is the kind of thing that keeps me entertained in the city. That is awesome. I don't know if you guys can see, but at this bike rack, there is a exercise bike locked up. It looks like it's got a lock. Someone brought an exercise bike up to the bike rack. That is awesome. It's even chained up. I work there, and this elliptical gets a lot of use from the kids after school. That is awesome. So it looks like it's a public school bike rack. Giorgio Memoliti gets his campaign Twitter account suspended. A story in 4 parts. I don't really care about that. Probably deserved it. St. Lawrence markets are the St. Lawrence's Market Street once again pedestrianized. That is awesome. That is something that should really just be kind of permanent. This is in the St. Lawrence neighborhood. This is just west of Jarvis Street. It's just a little tiny street that connects front to the Esplanade. But there's some restaurants and cafes on this side, and you've got a little outdoor eating area on the St. Lawrence Market on the left side. But Toronto needs a lot more of that. We need to turn Kensington Market into a pedestrian mall on weekends, right? Just Augusta, Baldwin, and Kensington. Just those streets. Just pedestrian only. Just every weekend from, 10 a.m. till 6 p.m. or something. Like, how can we not do that? But at least the St. Lawrence BIA got their shit together. That's pretty cool. I will definitely be going there. And I'll probably make a video featuring that just because I think we need more of that sort of thing in the city. Justin says, did you vote in the municipal election? Not yet. I'm going to vote when everyone else votes, or most of the people. Government charges increase housing costs by up to 25%. Okay. The Queen's Quay Station fallacy. Knowing you have made the wrong turn, you continue anyways. Oh. So this car clearly turned onto, I want to say multi-use trail, but really it's a bike path because there's a sidewalk right next to it. So like, buddy here should probably be jogging on the sidewalk too, but wow, that is some shit-tastic Toronto driving. What do the comments say? Look at the way they drive past that person, intentionally knows they're in the wrong, but keep with it. I've seen a few of them driving like this before. Reminds me of that time I saw a lady in a BMW SUV driving in the bike lane on Cherry Street down by Cherry Beach, and she had a passenger with her. You'd think one of them would know something wasn't right. I saw a dude in like a black Mercedes AMG blow the stop sign right in front of my building and then slam on his brakes because there were pedestrians crossing. And what does that piece of shit do? He pulls out his phone and he looks at his phone while the pedestrians finish crossing. Like, I don't know. There's countless studies that show the fancier your vehicle, the shittier the driver you are. Spotted a deer at Tommy Thompson Park this morning. I've never seen a deer at Tommy Thompson Park. I've heard they're there. I've heard people say they see them almost every time they go there. I've never once seen a deer there, but that's pretty awesome. A new proposal for Ontario Place sticks to its original vision, so why won't Doug Ford listen? Yeah, that's a... Is there any... Cerium 398. Remember how cars would keep driving onto the streetcar tunnel in Queens Quay every year, at least one? You could set your watch to it. More than that. It seemed as if like every month there was a thread on Reddit of some idiot who turned down into... They would, on Queens Quay, right when the streetcar dips into Queens Quay Station, vehicles would turn
Remember
onto like...
how cars would keep driving into the streetcar tunnel on Queens Quay? Every year at least one. You could set your watch to it.
Yeah, people would drive down it. They would drive onto like the dedicated right away and then drive down into Queens Quay. And then they would get stuck. And then there would be pictures. But this guy, Reginald Tull, that... If you're sticking that on people's cars, you're a piece of shit. That should be illegal. This guy... I don't know. Nice. Looks like Toronto got horse lanes. Yeah, this is very common. The police ride their horse in the bike lanes. This looks like the new bike lanes on Wellington. And the horses just drop their shit and nobody cleans it up. I cannot wait for the 10-year public discourse arguing about whether horses should go in the bike lane or in the right lane. I don't know. I see horse shit in the bike lane. To me, honestly, it's not a huge deal. Like, it's not something... You encounter it around Strawn, anywhere around Exhibition, but I think maybe it's high time those horses went to like a sanctuary or something and we stopped having horses. Like, really, when did the police need horses? Like, crowd control if there's like a riot? Evolution of bus route travel times. Left or right? Oh, it's a Range Rover. Of course it's a Range Rover. Who can tell me where is this? Where in the city is this? Rimpification says pick up after your horse, damn it. Wow. How do you do that? How is that even possible? Okay, I smell a skunk. I am smelling a skunk. The first disadvantage of having my balcony back and being able to open my door. This unexpected moment of flight in a Toronto park took place not 50 meters from a full-blown cricket game. You love this city? So that person gets off the ground for not even a second. Devin says all-wheel drive. Just climbs right up onto the curb until the edge loses pressure. Lisa says that's Cedarville. Yeah, there is a cricket pitch in Cedarville Park. Drone shot looking west from Greenwood Park. That is awesome. Look at that. Unfortunately, we don't have the full financial district. We start with First Canadian Place. So this is basically most of the Yonge Street corridor, which has been massively built up over the past decade or so. Oh, we do have more to the left. I just didn't get it all because I zoomed in. That's an awesome picture. I'm actually going to save that. What happens if I choose set as desktop background? Yes. Okay, that's not nearly high quality enough to be my desktop background. Oops. But I guess it's going to be it for now. The station Toronto needs. Yes, Reese did an excellent video on that. An alternate angle driving in Toronto. Wait for it. Oh, it's that same... He's looking at the Nissan, and then we pan over and we look at that same idiot in the Range Rover. Man, he changed the super cool wallpaper. We can get that wallpaper back. Blue Jays, yeah, okay. Yeah, the Blue Jays finally got rid of their shitty picture. Let's get a... I'm only using a 1080p monitor. 1080p. Let's just get a new wallpaper back. That one looks cool. I choose you. No, I don't want an account. Screw you, Adobe Stock. I just want a free wallpaper. What are you doing to me? Images. All right, I'm going to put the old wallpaper back. Give me one sec. I think I've got it saved somewhere. I better. No, I don't. Oh no. Behold, it's back. We got it back. I think it's time for this damn typing test. What do you say? Oh, I am not. I've got this microphone in front of me. We've got 176 viewers tonight. Thank you so much, guys. Watching me, tired out of my mind, do a typing test to see if I can get more than 100 words per minute and 96% accuracy. Those are my self-made targets. 49% of you said yes. 28% of you said no. And 23% of you, let me cast a vote too. It's my poll. I should be able to vote. And 23% of you said something else. Lisa says, did Ask TO go dark already? So we're going to end the poll. We'll pull this up. Did Ask TO questions? Our Ask TO is a private community. Reddit's Blackout 2023. Save third-party apps. A subreddit for people to submit. Yep. It looks like Ask TO has already gone dark. All right. Let me just do some quick typing. I think I can do this. I think I can do this. I know I can do this. Do you think I can do this? Okay. Maybe. Here's the thing. I'm not a good typer in some ways. Like, I only ever spacebar with my right thumb. I only ever shift with my left pinky. I never shift with the right. I never spacebar with the left. If there's like hyphens in there or some of the punctuation I might not be able to get, that might trip me up. I've also been a two-space typer. It didn't even occur to me that that you only have to do one space. When did they change that? Did you guys know that when you type stuff now, like after a period, you only have to do one space? Back when I was in high school, it was always two spaces. All right. I am not going to be paying attention to the stream, to the questions. Action VJ says rattling off a lot of excuses. Let's go. Should I be fixing these as I go? I don't know. Shit. I'm nervous. Ah! Whatever. Your speed was 72 words per minute with 94 accuracy. I needed 100 words and 96% accuracy. Holy shit. That was bad. That was really bad. I got so nervous when it gave me the mistake. I wasn't sure like how to go back and fix it. I think I can do it again. You were nervous indeed. Yeah, I was definitely nervous. We're going to do one more. Okay, now I have to beat 72 words. I know I'm over 100. Now we got to beat 72 and 94. I think I can do it again. Okay, we're going to do one more. Fuck. I'm doing it again. Fuck. I'm too nervous. What did I get? What did I get there? 86 words per minute and 97% accuracy. All right. We're going to do this again. I'm going to beat 100. I'm going to get 196. We're going to do it again. Not tonight. Tonight is not the night. Tonight is not the night. If I didn't trip up a few times, I think I would have been close to 100. Chris, the Pepsi driver, says you're hired. No, 86 words per minute. That's not good. I did over 115 in high school. I know I can do it. I know I can do it. Anyways, try that with 2 fingers like Viv and me. I bet you could slay Diablo with these. Don't correct mistakes. You slow yourself down. Yeah, Naughty, but I'm trying to hit 96% accuracy, right? So once you start reeling off a few mistakes in a row, you're kind of stuck. All right, we're done. Maybe you need a beer, maybe. This 11-foot wide Toronto house just sold for $300K over asking. That sold for $1.45 million, and it's 11 feet wide. That's actually really cool, though. It's a Roncesvalles home is a modern loft combined with the charm of a century home. I think it's kind of cool. It looks like a cool home to me. Is it worth that? No, but it looks pretty cool. What else do we have here? There's a Markham is getting an Asian night market with over 100 different types of food to try. Didn't Markham just lose an Asian food market? Nordstrom announces its official closing date of all stores in Canada. When is it? June 13th. No more Nordstrom as of June 13th. Lisa says a house down the street was on the market 2 weeks at 1.6 and sold one day after dropping the price by $300K. So that house did the opposite. Toronto hospitality worker quits his job to fulfill his trivia dreams. Awesome. Toronto is getting a massive Filipino street festival this year. Where is that? Toronto's biggest Filipino festival, Taste of Manila, is back for a 10th. Oh, it's not getting. You mean the festival that it already had is coming back. Action BJ says JS walked by a thin house last year. Yeah, I walked by a few. One of them, I want to say it's Hamilton Street, just south of Gerrard in like the East Chinatown neighborhood. Retired Ontario receptionist double-checked lottery ticket to confirm big win. 100,000. Awesome. Tim Hortons is launching its own credit card. NBA is considering expansion with potential for another Canadian team. Seems unlikely. Anyways. Clayton Crawford. Johnny, I sent an email about a really cool Canadian writer, Francesco A. Coscarella, book of Myth and Men, The White Knight, Volume 1. Let me see if I can pull this email up, Clayton. But thank you, $55. Holy shit, Clayton. Okay, you literally just sent the email. Hey, Johnny, please do a shout out for a brand new Canadian writer. I am sending $50 to encourage you to show this to be displayed on the Stumble Show.
I sent an email about a really cool Canadian writer, Francesco A. Cascarella, book of Myth and Men, The White Knight, Volume 1.
No, Clayton, I am not easily bought, but I believe this is the right book. Hey, CJ, $5. We need a Rocky-like montage of Johnny training to type faster. Yes, CJ, I will have to do that. Thank you so much for the $5. Oh, will I be running up and down the stairs in Philly? I don't know. But, all right, here's the book. I don't know, Clayton, the best place to tell people to buy the book.
We need a Rocky-like montage of Johnny training to type faster. Embarrassed smiley face.
Of Myth and Men, The White Knight is a true fantasy epic, sweeping in scope, but with an emotional integrity and a classic message of love, forgiveness, redemption that matches the significance of any classic of the genre. Clayton, Oh, it's on Amazon too. I don't know where the best place to get this book is in terms of what goes to the author, or maybe buying on Amazon is better because it might raise its profile among other authors and bring it more attention. I don't know. I don't know how book sales work, but it looks like it's available on a whole bunch of different platforms. So thank you, Clayton, for your super chat. And if this tickles your fancy, check out Of Myth and Men, The White Knight by Francesco A. Coscarella, as suggested by a longtime viewer and channel supporter, Clayton Crawford. Thank you, Clayton. And thank you as well, CJ, for the motivation to do like a Rocky type montage. Did I ever get the new book from Matt, A Medic's Mind? No, I did not, actually. I'll have to reach out to him. I have not heard from him in a long time, and I haven't seen him in the chat in a long time. Maybe your typing is slowing down with age. Yes, 42 is the age when your typing slows down. Clayton Crawford says, thank you so much. Always willing to help another Canadian writer. Hey, hopefully this book gets a few more reads. Thanks to you, Clayton. All right, so I pulled up some tests or quizzes. Am I an annoying influencer? I think I'm an annoying influencer. By the way, speaking of annoying, we've got 171 viewers right now. Like, subscribe, yada, yada, yada. So I'm going to do the annoying influencer test on this stream here. I think I found a few other quizzes on my phone while I was setting this up. Anywho, let's go ahead, and these are more fun when I'm high or drunk, but whatever. How often do you offer to promote people or their business instead of paying for the food, amenities, or services they give you? Honestly, once or twice a year. The only time I really did this, I didn't even do it on my last trip, but was when I went to Bangkok and I got a few hotels to like hook me up. But that's it. I've never really done it ever since then. But okay, I'll say once or twice a year. Do you get upset when people refuse to give you free stuff to compensate your bill in exchange for social media exposure? I do not ever ask for handouts or freebies unless it's like a hotel when I'm traveling. So no, I don't get upset at all. What kind of jackass gets upset when people don't give them free stuff? I'm starting to think I'm not really an influencer in the way that this quiz is designed. Have you ever recorded yourself doing a good deed? Well, I record everything. I've held the door open for people. I've helped people across the street on camera before. I don't do it on purpose. Like, I don't record it on purpose. I just record everything. So this doesn't really apply to me, but I'm going to say yes a few times. Be totally honest. Do you edit and or add filters to your photos? No. No. I mean, not if they're of my face. Dimitri says Johnny Stride's the annoying influencer. Have you ever photoshopped yourself into a photo of a place you never actually visited, changed your home decor to make it look like you were staying somewhere new, or otherwise lied to your followers about where you were or what you did that day? No. What kind of assholes are influencers? Have you ever taken a picture in a situation that was incredibly dangerous just to get views and likes? No. You're at a memorial/monument that honors a tragic time in history. Do you use the opportunity to take a selfie? Definitely not. That would be so distasteful. George says Johnny's legs. You know, someone complimented me for the first time in my life. I was in a store and like this little old lady came up to me and said, "You've got really nice legs." And then before I could say anything, she turned around and like left. Like, oh, to be uninhibited like that. I looked at my legs. I'm like, they're actually not that bad. This might be my best feature. I guess 20,000 steps a day will do that. When you're out with friends, family, or your significant other, are you mostly on your phone, taking photos, or posting updates to your followers? All right, I'm a YouTuber, so I'm going to say rarely, because every once in a while I take like a picture and I put it on Instagram. I don't never do it. Have friends, family, romantic partners, or strangers ever complained about how much time and effort you spent on your influencer stuff? Yeah, but that's just called work. That's just me working on YouTube. No way around that. Do you have a fake account or several in which you respond to your own posts as a fan? No. Who does that? Who does that? I don't think we're going to do Chat GPT, Justin. My score is 19. You're one of the good ones. You seem to be using your influencing powers honestly and with good intentions, at least most of the time. With all this backlash against influencers trying to get freebies and manipulating their photos, it's nice to see someone who is willing to be straightforward. If you were truthful when taking the test and not lying to yourself, then good on you. Lisa says you like your own posts. Yeah, but I do it from my account. I don't do it from other accounts. Johnny Stumbles doesn't go like Johnny Strides accounts. And even then, that's not like a fake account. Sapand says he doesn't have a fake account. Sanjay in Kingston is here. Hey, look who's coming out of the woodwork. Hello, guys. All right. I've got 2 more of these. I think we might just run till about 9 o'clock today. I don't know. Sapand was at the Blue Jays game today. Thank you, Kevin Biggio, with the 3-run blast that put the Jays ahead. Chris, the Pepsi driver, remembered when I never showed my face or even talked on stream or video. Well, I always talked on streams, but yeah, the first videos I only did like little voice intros, like, "Hey guys," like Johnny Strides. If we go videos, can I just put these in like oldest to newest? No, it's not letting me sort that way. 2000, let's go way back. I can't even find one of my really old videos, like the really, really, really old ones. Oh well. Look at this. Look at this monkey. What kind of hair is that, Johnny? What are you doing? What are you doing? Anyways, let's do the lazy test. Are you allergic to work? Yes. Your friend needs to get her car out from behind yours. Do you give him or her the keys to move your car so that you can avoid getting up? No, I'm going to go move it myself. You take the last drop of water out of the water cooler. There is a full bottle sitting right next to it. Do you replace it? If the expectation is, yeah, if it's like, you know, the bag of milk is empty, do you replace it for the next person? Yeah, so I would replace the water if that was like the protocol of what we did. Your bank's ATM machine is a mile away from your house, but there's an even closer one that charges a service fee. Do you go to the closer ATM in spite of the extra charge? Probably. Probably in that scenario. You're all out of toothpaste. What do you do? That will never happen. I've got so many packs of like 4 packs of like Crest in my thing. Squeeze the life out of the last tube for one last pinch of paste. Run to the store and get some more. Chew some gum. If it's either way, I'm going to squeeze the life out of the tube for one pinch of paste, and I'm going to make sure for the next time I've got it full. Yeah, everyone would do this, right? You're napping on the couch when your friend calls to remind you that he or she needs help moving. What do you do? Did I agree to this? Tell them I'll be right over. Tell them I'll be over in 20 minutes, but I can only stay for an hour. Tell them that something suddenly came up and then go back to sleep. I'm assuming I already said I would help them, so I'll tell them I'll be right over. What kind of asshole sleeps when they told someone you'd help them move? You've been given a chance to drink an experimental water that has been shown to dramatically slow the aging process. The catch is you have to wake up at 5 a.m. every morning for over 2 months in order to drink it. Would you do it? Do I have to stay awake? Can I just wake up and drink it and go back to bed? Because I'm pretty sure that's what I'll do. I can easily do that. Yes, I will wake up. This is a dumb test. Do you separate your white clothes from your colored ones? Hell no. Everybody in the wash all at once. I will fill that machine up to the brim, to the point where it doesn't even like rotate anymore. I get my $3 worth when I do a load of laundry. So no, I do not separate shit. If there's anything in there that says like it needs delicate, I'll go warm or cold on the water. But yeah, I don't even separate like my towels. Like no, everything goes in there. Would you try Ozempic? Why? Am I trying to lose weight? I don't think I would try Ozempic. What a weird question. Do you wait for elevators even though the stairs are quicker? If the stairs are quicker, no, I will take the stairs. I will take the stairs if they're quicker. Do you prefer to go to full-service gas stations? No. Who wants to pay for that? Are there any empty shampoo bottles in your shower? Not now, but there have been. Bash Brannigan says you don't separate colors. What's wrong with you? Your score is 25. You haven't got a lazy bone in your body. Bullshit. I am super lazy. Based on the answers you chose on the test, it's safe to assume that you've got enough get up and go to tackle most of life's annoying duties. Yada, yada, yada. Okay. The only other one I found that might be fun is called the breakup test. So this is always a fun topic. So we're gonna do this one. This is a reminder. Epic Nation HD playing Minecraft. Ken Continuum had a notification come in. So we're going to do the breakup test, since we all know I'm fabulous at dating advice and that sort of thing. Moving on after a breakup takes some time, support, self-love, and comfort food. Do you have a hard time letting go of someone? Usually no. Almost always no. There's an exception to that, of course. Are you still thinking about your ex? See how long it takes for you to get back into the dating scene. I think that all depends on how serious you were, right? If you were serious, at least 3 or 4 months. If you're remotely normal, right? You're kind of a freaky weirdo if you do it quicker than that. But let's see. 10 questions. Your significant other dumped you a month ago, and you still have some of his or her belongings. Do you return them? I'm going to negotiate a swap. I'm assuming they have some of my shit too. After a month, you're probably like, yeah, we're not getting back together. So I would return them, of course. It depends what they are. Like, what would I have? I don't know. A bunch of like pills, a curling iron. Like, what could you possibly have? I don't know, but maybe. Your fiance called off the wedding 3 months ago. You're out on the town trying to have fun, and you hit it off with a very attractive person. Do you go for it without thinking about your ex? 3 months, but this is a fiance. That's tough. That's tough. They picked a very... She called it off, though, or he called it off, whatever. The fiance called it off. Do you go for it without thinking about your ex? I go for it, but I'm also thinking about my ex. How's that? I go for it, but I'm also thinking about them. But I go for it. I go for it. They called it off. I go for it. Unless they're like kind of still stringing you along somehow. Like, oh, you're my boyfriend again, even though you were my fiance. That's a weird situation. But do you go for it without thinking about your ex? I'm going to say yes. What is an ex? An ex is an ex-human that you were companionated with, Clayton. You haven't spoken to your ex after he or she broke up with you a month ago. He or she calls out of the blue and asks if you would like to go to brunch with his or her parents, who you've always liked, or his or her parents who you've always liked are in town and would love to see you. Do you go? You haven't spoken to your ex after they broke up for a month, and they call you out of the blue and ask you to go to brunch, and you get a chance to see their parents? We need way more information on this person. Have I moved on? Am I still hung up on them? Do I still think there's a chance? Either way, part of me says spite wins the day, so I'm going to say no. I'm not going purely out of spite, because they broke up with me. That's a spite no. You have just broken things off with your significant other after 2 years. Wow, 2 years. That's a very long time. That's definitely going to take you 3-4 months to get back in it, at least. When your mother asks how your relationship is going, what do you do? Change the subject, give her a small recap of the breakup, and move on. Burst into an uncontrollable crying fit. I'm going to lie and not say anything for a while. So I'm going to go with change the subject. I'm going to go with change the subject. And then eventually I'll let her know in time. I'll let her figure it out. But I'm going to change the subject. After a year of dating, the person you thought was the one, like what, you're my person kind of thing, dumps you. It's been a month since the breakup and your best friend insists you need a night on the town. What do? Fuck yeah. You go out and you have fun. Suggest that we hang out at my place instead. It's still too soon to be out having. It's never too soon to be having fun. It might be too soon to be dating because you're still kind of messed up mentally, but it's not too soon to be having fun. Stay home and help my ex calls? What kind of pathetic loser are you? That's the kind of person who's buying a sex doll. No, we're going to go out and we're going to have fun. All right. 6 months after a breakup, do you still miss having sex with your ex? That entirely depends if I've moved on or not. This is very personal, but that entirely depends if I've moved on. But I'll put... Yeah, where's the maybe? Where's the maybe option? Like, it depends who they were. It depends if what I'm getting now is better. I'll say reluctantly yes. Reluctantly yes. Have you ever slept with a clothing item that belonged to your ex after you guys broke up? Only if it was left in the sheets. No, that's weird. Novell Costs with the very... This quiz is a lot juicier than the other quizzes we took, isn't it? 6 months after a painful breakup, are there any pictures of your ex still on display in your phone? Here's the thing. I don't go through Google Photos and clean shit out. So those photos are going to be there, but it's not going to be like my wallpaper or my lock screen. Fuck no. So the answer... Oh, in your home. I thought it said phone. Oh, who puts pictures in their home? That's weird. I'm going to say no. Sorry, I did not read the question very well. Have you ever called an ex and then hung up just to hear their voice again? No. No, I've called them to talk again, but not just to hear their voice and hung up. That's fucking... Rachel Doobie says no. Grey Harp says negative. Yeah, that's definitely like a no. I think this is the last one. Have you ever driven by an ex's house to see what he or she was up to? That is some creeper shit right there. Hell no. Hell no. Weirdo says F word count 6. Let's make it 7, you fuckstick. Just kidding. There's nothing wrong with the F word. It's after 9 p.m. Have you ever driven by an ex's house to see what he or she was up to? I'm going to say no. Score my test. Jeanette says stalker crap. Yeah, that's some clear stalker crap. Your score is 75. You move on pretty quickly after a breakup. That entirely depends on who it is. In fact, you seem to get back onto the playing field faster than the Flash gets from point A to point B. Is that only because I answered that question? I would go for a night on the town a month after I was dumped? Maybe you haven't really been in love with the people you've dated, so you had very little trouble letting them go after breaking up. Or maybe you live your life in the moment, so whatever happens in the past is just that. You know what? That's pretty true. There's only one person that I've ever broken up with that I couldn't really get over. Everyone else was like, wash my hands, walk away, see ya. This isn't a problem per se, as long as you're not denying or suppressing your feelings. Keep in mind that it's totally normal to feel sad or upset when a relationship doesn't pan out. Most people go through a grieving process, which is what helps them get truly over someone. And some people just go into like a FWB relationship and one of them ends up being like a scrambled egg, right? We've all known people. If you're the type of person who jumps out of one relationship and into another without much of a pause, contemplate whether you might be doing this because you are trying to avoid the negative feelings that breakup brings about. All right, there we go. There we go. We just did the breakup quiz. Let's save City Guesser for another time. Let's save City Guesser for another time. I think we've got a good amount of viewers too. It pains me to end the stream so early, but I have no gas in the tank. But I've enjoyed hanging out with you guys. I've enjoyed just doing the stream. We'll be back next Sunday. Hopefully, I won't be hungover. Hopefully, we can get into an edible. What do you say? Next Sunday, should that be an edible stream? Let's do an edible. Let's get trashed next Sunday. I think that's going to be the right thing to do. I think we'll have more fun. Maybe we'll find some more quizzes like that. Those streams are just way better. But I want to thank everyone for hanging out. Thank you for your support. Don't forget to like, subscribe. Thank you to our mods, our channel members, Patreon supporters on the Johnny Strides channel. I'm going to stream on the Johnny Strides channel tomorrow or Tuesday. I just don't know when. I might be cleaning up my place tomorrow. I've got my balcony back, woohoo. But thank you so much, guys. And thank you to those who sent support. And Clayton Crawford, $55. Go check out that book. Thank you, Clayton Crawford. All right, guys. Have a good night. Yoink.